Oh, we're recording now. I'm taking a moment. Okay, hey, Tyler, we're back. I haven't
You
gone
gotta
anywhere.
stop saying we're back because we've never left.
Hey, I
Literally.
played. There was a trivia last night. I played online trivia and I lost, but I think I got like fourth place. The winner got $500. I could totally do this for like the next couple weeks and just try to do.
You better read up on your Lehigh Valley history then, so you can win.
I'm not. I should be better. More importantly, we have Christina here with the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. Mm-hmm. So thank you so much for taking some time to meet with us, and we want to know, like, you're in a nonprofit, but you're also a nonprofit that works.
I just got to say, Christina,
Tyler, you go.
I met Christina in Nazareth High School parking lot at like 11 p.m. No. Yeah. It wasn't like that.
When? Like this week?
It was like end of February.
End of February, yeah.
What were you guys doing there?
We were, the Nazareth teachers were on the roof.
Okay,
on the
that makes
roof,
sense.
and we both brought some coffee. We didn't get to go on the roof though. I was a little bummed about that.
No, but you know what? I'm like kind of okay with that. With like their whole ladder setup, I don't know.
It was a little janky.
A little too clumsy for that.
Isn't that funny that like a month ago, that's what we were worried about? I remember when you went there, Tyler, you're like, I don't know, see if it's good, see if the video will work out. I don't know how it's going to be. And that was our biggest problem.
I remember it being so cold. I'm like, that was like my big thing. Like, man, it's so cold. I would love to be cold right now.
Right? So here we are. So Christina, how have things been? This is a very broad question, but how have things been for the last, 2 or 3 weeks for you and, your organization? Kind of fill us in.
Yeah. So personally, just taking it day by day. I mean, there's, things are changing so rapidly. So just kind of taking that approach. As far as the organization goes, we've had to make some adjustments as far as some fundraising events that we have to have because we can't gather in groups and whatnot. And, just to keep in mind too, we have a lot of individuals that we work with and that attend our events that are immune compromised because they are going through cancer treatment or they did recently and so forth. So we've had to move some of our events now into June and beyond. So it's not like they're canceled. We just have to improvise here. Or we're doing things a lot virtually too, trying to make that happen. So still having fun, still getting those individuals who are involved in some of the campaigns that are happening right now with fundraising, still letting them have their time, their moment to shine, and still doing all of that fun stuff, just a little differently than what we planned. As far as I go personally, I should say with my campaign, I'm finished right now for the 2020 Students of the Year campaign. So we ended about a week after I saw Tyler at Nazareth High School. We had our grand finale. So my campaign is over for right now. So just looking to build 2021 and help out with the other campaigns that are currently happening right now.
How did yours end? Was it you were talking about? You were excited about, what the results would be. How did it go?
Yeah, it was great. They raised over $240,000. So as a campaign class, I mean, and these are high school students, as you know, Tyler. So it's absolutely incredible, like what they did. So Team One Day, they were the Students of the Year. So they raised the most funds in that 7 weeks. They raised over $68,000 by the night of grand finale. Like,
that's a lot.
Huge. So they are officially the highest fundraising campaign team that we've seen in the Greater Lehigh Valley Students of the Year campaign. So they have that honor.
Awesome. So you mentioned some of the people that you work with are going through treatment or, recently finished treatment. Is there anything in place for them to, because I'm sure that they have worries too, right? And are you in contact with them and finding out how they're doing and keeping up to date with them?
Yeah, definitely. So we are making sure that any of our volunteers, any individuals that are connected to our organization, that we are constantly reaching out to them, seeing how they're doing, offering any resources we have available, information that's available. So information is coming in from our national team where we're able to give that out. But yeah, that's that's a big thing for us right now, is just to make sure that those individuals who are connected to our organization, just seeing how they're doing, seeing how their life is right now, what's on their mind, and being there for them in different ways.
And for people that don't know, who benefits from your foundation?
Sure. So our mission is to cure blood cancers such as lymphoma and leukemia, and then also improve the lives of patients and their loved ones. So, we offer not only, fundraising is a huge component of the organization, but we do offer then patient resources, such as some funding, information. We have access to different individuals who can kind of talk them through different treatment options, medications, things like that. So we have a whole range of opportunities for patients to come and learn more about what's going on.
And I would imagine, I can't speak for anybody, but I would imagine that right now, information is just like the most valuable thing, especially for someone who is at a higher risk. The more that they know, the more information they have, the safer they can be. Is that kind of correct?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah, definitely. And I think too, because there is so much uncertainty, it's tough because you hear a lot of conflicting things. So doing the best that we can to put out information that individuals, especially at our national level. So our CEO, Dr. Lou, and Dr. Gwen Nichols, who is, she's a fantastic doctor. We just had like a meeting and invited any patients, any caregivers, family members that wanted to be a part of this. They had an opportunity to ask questions, to listen to what they have to say, a little bit more geared specifically to those who are going through blood cancer treatments, and what that kind of looks like. So we're doing our like the best we can to be there in many different ways.
Right. And you said you're doing a lot of stuff virtually. Like, I think we've all adapted language that we had to learn quickly. We were messaging back and forth, and you were like, well, send me the Zoom info. Like, I've never said that prior to 3 weeks ago in my life. It's been cool to see how quickly people like you and we've all adapted to this new way to communicate. It was like literally kind of overnight. Have you been using this stuff very regularly in your business and also to connect with members of society?
Oh yeah, for sure. That's pretty much like all I'm doing now, because a lot of what I do, it's face to face. Like, that's ideal. Like, that's what we strive for. And then now it's just, like Zoom and having like these types of meetings. So even later today, we usually do like a campaign wrap up with like the campaign class and whatnot, but that's put on pause for right now. But I'm like, let's still get together. We can't actually meet, so we're doing like a social hour, like all of the campaign class, like all of the students, their parents, team members, whoever can join, to hop on the call and at least be able to see, some different faces and catch up as a campaign class. So yeah, it's on Zoom now.
It is weird. It's funny. Like, I've seen very important things like what you're doing to connect with patients. And then I've seen people who hang out. I'm not saying this is bad. I'm just saying people who they have their bar crew, right? And they're having Zoom meetings with their bar crew drinking. So it's funny how it's like,
yeah,
it's like,
personally,
but it's also like, it's like, yeah. But no, that's why I think it's great. So
I just hope Zoom isn't collecting data. That's my only thing that
probably. What's that painting behind you?
Oh, this year? It was actually given to me from a friend. So it's kind of funky. It's a little Van Gogh-esque, Starry Night.
Well, George is in sweatpants. That's not a shocker. I don't know if anybody watching is surprised.
Look at this. This is a painting that we found in the trash.
Oh, that's really cool. Looks kind of like a fox cat.
Yeah, I think the artist probably is still around here. They didn't sign it.
That's awesome. I like that a lot.
But
George, I gave you that for Christmas.
My wife tried to throw it away like 5 times.
I painted that for you.
So
no, I dig it. That's cool.
I finally stole it and put it up here. It's just funny. So, this is where we're at now. Like, I I've taken things off.
What are you doing personally to kind of pass the time when you're not, working and Zoom meeting your friends?
Hanging out with my cat and my fiance because he's now working from home too. Trying to get outside when the weather's half decent.
I think the sun's popping through a little bit right now.
So I'm excited. We might be able to get some fresh air later on.
Alexa, what's the weather today?
I mean, it's outside, George. It's like you could look out.
Skies.
Yeah, but it might change.
Showers, with a high of 61
high of 61.
All right, I'll take it.
Yeah,
it works.
The funny thing is when we go outside, all that means is we go in the backyard and play in mud. That's all we do.
Something. And then also too, we have a pinball machine. So so I love playing pinball. I'm a pinball competitor. Been playing for a couple years competitively. So just
wait, really?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Definitely. Yeah.
Wait. How'd you get into that?
So years. I mean, when I was little, like my dad was really into pinball, so he got me into pinball, and then I kind of grew out. I wouldn't say grew out of it, but I kind of I took like a back burner when I was growing up, and through elementary school. Well, like
it's hard to go pro.
And all that. So I got back into it when I was in like my mid-20s, and there's a whole competitive world. It's so much fun. Like people that play are awesome. Have you heard of Penn Skate?
Yeah.
So they've got a great arcade there. I don't know if you guys know that, but Chris, the owner, is like a big pinball fan. He's got some awesome games. So there's like a monthly tournament that happens there.
I do stand up, and I lived in New York for a while, and there's this place in Queens called the Creek and the Cave, and they have a lot of competitive pinball in the comedy club. So
do you guys hear that?
I'm a little bit familiar with the culture, not
Nice.
Adjacent. I was pinball adjacent, basically.
Okay.
So wait, you don't have to bring you don't like show up with your own machine to the events?
Oh no.
She puts it in her car, the pinball machine. It's like 500 pounds.
What's your favorite pinball game?
Oh man, that's a tough one. I'd have to say my top two are Addams Family and Theater of Magic. I keep going back and forth. Like I can't put number one on any of those, but I love those games so much.
What are some scores? Like I know
Well, it kind of depends because some games are lower scoring, and and some are like higher scoring. So Theater of Magic is a higher scoring game. Like you hit one ramp, you might get 100,000 points, or and then and like another game, especially the older games from like the 60s, 50s, you might hit a bumper and it's like 5 points. So yeah, there it is. Oh, I love Theater of Magic so much.
How long? What's the longest you've gone without losing all your balls?
Oh man, I don't know.
Are we talking a half hour?
That's like a tough one.
What was a tiger?
I'd say maybe 20 minutes.
What?
Let's do a half an hour. Yeah, when I'm like on a roll, like in the zone, I can just keep it going sometimes. So it's. I
gotta see you play pinball.
Love that one. Yeah, once thing gets back to normal, like I can't wait to get back to like Penn Skate. Like I said, we have our own machine, but he's got such a great array of machines. It's nice to go there.
Who's better, you or fiance?
She's got to be better.
It's me. I will say though that in like competition, he's placed a little bit better than me. So not credit, but overall, I think I'm a better pinball.
Is this how you guys met?
No. Luckily, I got him into it.
Okay.
That'd be a tough one.
That's just so neat. I love that. Like, I love that you love pinball. Like, it's just such a random thing. It's so cool.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, thank you so much for meeting with us and describing it. How can people, where can they find out more about the Leukemia Lymphoma Society?
Sure. So I definitely recommend going on our website, which is lls.org. That our website is awesome. It has not only a lot of information on blood cancers, treatments, medications, and so forth, but now it's going to have a lot of resources too with the coronavirus and information along those lines too. So definitely recommend checking that out. And then we also we have our local office here in Bethlehem. So we are here locally. So if anyone wants to support by sending in like a check or anything to the office, they can certainly send it there. And our address is on the organization's website.
All right,
we'll make sure that we do all that. And yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah, hopefully we get to an
Thank
event
you guys.
soon when this all comes. I'm sure there's some events on the schedule that we'll see at.
Yes, definitely. I'll definitely keep you posted on that.
Maybe we'll just run into each other at Nazareth High School parking lot again.
All right. Hey, thank you so much.
All right. Thank you guys.
All right. See ya.
All right. See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Hello.